On an early August morning in 1990, 8-year-old Jennifer Schuett was abducted from the bedroom of her ground-floor Texas apartment. She tried to scream to alert her mom, but the abductor prevented this by covering her nose and mouth. Jennifer was taken to a field, raped, and her throat slit from ear to ear. The abductor then left her to die. When Jennifer became conscious again, she was lying naked on an anthill, and with her throat slit, she was unable to cry out or even speak because her vocal cords were damaged. After 12 hours, she was found by a group of children who were playing hide-and-seek, and she was rushed to hospital. Even though she couldn't speak, Jennifer was able to give a written description of her attacker. In the written description, she mentioned that on the night of her abduction, she was wearing a pink t-shirt and white underwear with blue roses when a man opened the window and grabbed her. The man was white, wore glasses, had a sharp knife, and had 1 or 2 green tattoos. He had a black mustache and was in his 30s. She also wrote that he looked greasy, and he may have had a scar or something on his face. Young Jennifer drew a picture of a face, noting the location of the man's scar. A forensic artist drew a sketch of the abductor, and when Jennifer saw it, she said it looked exactly like him. DNA evidence was found at the scene, but at the time, it was too little to be able to do anything with. The case went cold, but Jennifer never stopped talking about what happened to her. "18 years later, Jennifer's case was revived by the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, which was looking for cases that could be retested for DNA evidence. Technology enabled the FBI to work with even a small amount of DNA evidence to compare it with potential matches. In September 2009, a DNA examiner obtained a match, and the person was identified as Dennis Earl Bradford. In 1996, Bradford assaulted a woman he met at Gators Bar in Hot Springs, Arkansas. He was initially charged with attempted first-degree murder, but the prosecution later reduced the charges to kidnapping and rape. As a result, he was sentenced to 12 years in prison and ordered to provide a DNA sample, which was placed into the CODIS system. Bradford spent just under 3 years in prison, entering custody on March 6, 1997, and being released on parole on February 4, 2000. The investigators had DNA evidence on the underwear and pajamas collected 19 years ago, which was now retested. In 1990, the sample wasn't large enough for conclusive results, but new techniques allowed DNA to be isolated from a single human cell. The DNA test had a match in the CODIS system: Dennis Bradford, a 40-year-old welder from North Little Rock, Arkansas. When presented with the evidence, Bradford confessed to kidnapping, raping, and trying to kill Jennifer in 1990. He was surprised Jennifer was still alive.
You ever heard the name Jennifer Schuett?
Yes.
Did you ever have occasion to come in contact with her?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
No. My whole life for the past 20 years has been utterly and completely because of my mistake.
I can tell, obviously, this affects you a lot, but I think you would, if you were to see her, I think you would be extremely proud of her. I really do.
Oh, thank God. She's alive.
Yes, she's alive.
She's alive.
She's alive. Let me tell you, she is a incredible young
Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, you have no idea how hard I have prayed for that. a firm believer of Christ. But I had no idea. Because it wasn't but about 2 days later I ran. And I just took off.
Following his arrest in 2009 for the rape and attempted murder of Jennifer, Bradford took his own life while in Galveston County Jail. He hanged himself in his cell in May 2010. Jennifer, with the intention of reading a victim impact statement in court, opted to read it at Bradford's gravesite instead.